It's Sunday morning. Had a really good night's sleep. Didn't have a bleep in the night. Didn't catch any fish in the night, which is surprising. So I'm going to go up for breakfast, have me nice meal, and then come back, put the rods back out on the spot and see what we're doing wrong, if anything. It's unusual that I didn't catch a fish through the night, particularly from 7 o'clock through till about 12. It's usually pretty active. Didn't have nothing at all. Keep you posted. Good morning. It's Monday morning, and the results are I've lost one and landed one. The fish that I landed was off my left hand side rod, which is flicked right in tight down to the margin, and fishing on a spicy squid with liver and amino acids and all sorts of stuff in that one. It's a real stinky bait. So far it's 1-0 to the stinky baits. Keep you posted and let you know how today progresses. Hopefully we're finally on the fish and we'll have some more on the bank later. We'll even take some videos, because the one that we had last night was at about 8 o'clock and it was gone dark and I couldn't be bothered to set the kit up. So see how it goes, and hopefully we get some videos today. It's now 10:30 and it's been raining for the last hour. You know, started around about breakfast time, a few showers about 8 o'clock onwards, and now it's actually started raining. Not too heavy, manageable. Just show you where I've got the rods and where I took that first fish from. This is where I've got the left hand side rod fishing just onto the edge of the tree line, where it goes off the clear spot to the right tight to centre of the tree, and I'll show you the rig that took that fish. Stiff D rig with a little swivel on there. Boilie just goes onto the swivel with a bit of dental floss tied off, and pull the boilie right down to just the top of the barrel so that it can still spin around. And the reason I'm using it on a stiff D is so that the boilie can slide up and down the shank and it moves around freely, moves out the way when the hook actually goes into the fish's bottom lip. And then just a little bit down, we've got another little fox quick swivel there that we can just take it off. No messing around when the fish is in the net, we can just take it off, leave the hook in the mouth, leave the unhooky mat, and it's nice and presentable, tidy, no problem. New dares wins. Well, left hand rod again. This time flicked right down to the tree. It actually hit the tree when it landed in the water, and within what, I don't know, 15 minutes or so it's gone off. And the reward when it behaves itself, was this stunning 34 pound 8 ounce merry, and man, oh, yeah, as you can see, it's a lively little fella. Had a chance to rest up in the margin while I was setting up the camera. That's Mr. Farmer in the field shooting his gun as well. Anyway, like I was saying, went off about 15 minutes after casting it in. Lovely 34 pound 8 ounce merry. Clipped the tree as it went in, so I guess you have really got to be fishing close. Nice fish. Let's get it back, see if we can get another one. Well guys, definitely found the right spot with that left hand margin rod. Literally clipping the tree on the way in. Again, it's been out 10 minutes I didn't even get a chance to sit down, and we've had another little beauty. You'd almost think it was the exact same fish. It's actually just as angry as the last one. It amazes me how angry they are. Definitely don't like being caught, that's for sure. Here we have it. There we go, get a little bit closer. There we go. This is the third fish of the trip now. It's Monday afternoon. This one's bang on £30. What a start. Let's see if we can keep them coming. That left hand margin rod on the squid boilies pop-ups really is doing the business. Game on. Me at all. But this is, I think, one that I've had before, because he's got a bit of a gill plate missing again. Don't know if you'll be able to see or not. I'll just try and find a good place to put that. Anyway, here he is. This one goes 22 and a half. Not a bad fish for the middle of the night. I don't know what time it is. Don't even know if you can see it. But just on the left hand rod, cast down the left hand side. Really, it was a pub chuck. Nice fish, nevertheless. Aim back in, catch another. It's Tuesday. I've got my stalking gear. It's just after breakfast, and I'm going to see if I can catch odd bits out the margins where I've been casting down to, basically, just to make things a little bit easier. If I catch anything, I'll give you an update and let you know. Don't know how well you can see that, but I haven't seen a red squirrel in years, but there it is. Red squirrel. I haven't seen a red squirrel in forever. I didn't think they were around anymore. Is he gone? Right, the stalking. It went okay. I found a spot. I dropped the rod in the margin, and within about 5 minutes it just went burning off, but it took me straight into another snag and I lost it. So I moved on to another spot just a little bit round by Man on the Long, stayed there for about 45 minutes, didn't really have anything, so I'm just making my way back to base camp now, get the rods out and see what happens. Well folks, I was doing a little bit of stalking this morning for about an hour. I lost one in a snag, come back, only managed to get the left hand side rod out. I had a sneaky suspicious feeling it was going to go off because it looked just about perfect, and it did go off. And what we ended up with was this lovely £27 mirror. Not bad considering. I literally just put the rod back out. That left hand side rod is a hot spot, but you've got to get it so spot on. If you don't get it right, then you don't get a fish. Happy days. £27. Keep them coming. It's a nice fish. Let's get him back in and catch his mum. When the fishing goes slow, you can always sit back and relax with a cup of tea and enjoy the day. Well, there's definitely an ongoing theme. The left hand rod producing all of the fish. Lively fellas they are. I don't know what it is, but these at £20 plus. Don't know half put up a fight underneath the tip. They don't like being picked up too much neither, but if you just let them flap around in your arms like that, they'll calm down. There we go, and he's calmed down a bit. Oh no, he's off again. Makes for a good video if nothing else. He's had a bit of a rest in the margin, this is why he's so angry. He's got a bit of energy back. But we'll get round to holding him up in a minute. There we go. This one taken on the left hand rod again. Squid and octopus pop-up boilie doing the job. There's £25.8. Nice little fish. Pity I can't get the other two rods fishing though. But still better have one going than none. Beauty. Well, it's 8:30 and the score's on the door so far. A 6 fish by Tuesday night. Not bad. The biggest one's been £34 so far. Hopefully they'll get something bigger and we'll get it on video as well. If it comes in the night, you know, it's a bit of an ask. I'm going to put a DVD on now and sit down and have a drop of my whiskey and my tea and chill out. Wait for them rods to go. It's an exciting noise. Keep you posted. Right, just like say, it's not really happening at the moment, and this is what the carp are saying to us. That could be true. We'll see how it develops after tea. It's Thursday and it's 8 o'clock and there's been no activity in the night, nothing to report, very quiet. Fish crashing out as usual, but nothing happening on the rods. I'm going to keep fishing the spots that I am for a couple of hours today, and then I've even been thinking about having a move around man on the long, because I have heard and seen the majority of the fish crashing out on the opposite peg from where I am. Now I can cast across to them, but getting the bait in a little bit more accurate would be better. So I feel if I take 2 rods across to man on the long and take my catapult, I can actually fire the bait out by the catapult and it'll get to the spot a bit more tighter. I don't really want to spread the bait out too much, based on the fact that the fish I've been showing have been roughly in the same area most of the week. Maybe I should have moved across there earlier, but I have been going up and down across there through the week, doing a bit of stalking around the margins. The only one that I had in the margin I lost, so I don't know, we'll keep our fingers crossed. I went down for breakfast, which was absolutely delicious. I came back up, cast the left hand rod out, and it was about 2 foot short, so I cast it again. It was about a foot short. I cast it a 3rd time and then it went straight into the tree and I snapped off, and then I spent the next, I don't know, an hour trying to get it back in on the spot. I haven't clipped the tree this time. I've got it as close to it as I dare go, because I'm tired of doing 20 casts every time. But I really think if you don't hit the tree you don't get a fish. It's about 11 o'clock now. We'll give it a couple of hours and see if that theory does actually prove to run the course. Let you know how it goes. Morning, Big Fish Friday, down to the last 24 hours. I haven't had a fish since Tuesday. Did a little bit of stalking last night, managed to catch myself a pike, went about £15. Literally just lowering the bait in onto my spot. It never hit the bottom before wham, and the rod tip went right round it. I panicked a little bit, got my act together and managed to scrape it in the net quick. Did lose one in the trees though. That was probably a carp. It was a fast bite and it beamed off straight away into the tree, and yet again lost it. So back around on my peg at the moment, and got the rod out onto the left hand spot. The rods on the middle rod and the right hand side rod are now fishing back onto the open water spots. One's slightly over, a little bit further, see what happens. The only thing I can say is, well, I'm stuck on 6 fish and the biggest one's been £34.8. Like I say, there's 24 hours to go. If I can get something in the next 24, that'll perk me up. Feeling a little bit down still. Plus news, I think there's 450s come out from around the lake. Maybe I did make a bit of a hasty decision coming back into here, left the gate, but I did really feel like I got some unfinished business from when I fished here in July, and I think I'll call it quits in this peg after that now. I've sussed out the areas, you know, if I ever end up struggling for a peg again, I can always come back down to these two, because to be quite fair, left a gate and man on the long, I think are probably the, you know, underrated pegs. So hindsight, maybe I should have fished the Bear or Copu Point or Jurassic, I don't know. Coming out that low in the draw, I certainly had plenty of options. Like I say, I felt like I got unfinished business here. Carry on through the next 24 hours and see how it goes. Keep you posted. If I get a fish, I'll definitely be showing you. Well, just when you think all is lost, lovely little 22-pound mirror, actually taking on my middle rod, the first fish on any other rod, and here he is. Cast right across to man on the long, not spotted, put a few boilies out in the throw stick, and just sat back and waited. There's been a few fish crashing out there all day, so I was expecting something. So there you go, fish number 7. Let's see if we can get another.